It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3 now. Time for us to talk relationships on a Monday. If you were to ask anyone if they have a person that got away, that one that got away, then I'm sure we've all experienced it. You know, someone you were once in a significant relationship with, or perhaps passed up a chance of dating for whatever reason. You will usually get an emotional response about lost love, wrong timing, and work spent on getting over that soulmate. Today we're asking, is it possible to get over a soulmate? And if so, what is the healthiest way to do it? This morning, we're joined by celebrity psychologist and CEO of Hidden Dimensions, Charissa Bloomberg, to help us discuss this. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, please, this is a safe space. You can give us a call, 021-430-9881. We want to engage with you this morning. Good morning, Charissa.
Good morning, Leanne.
Charissa, I have to tell you, this is such an exciting topic for me because anything to do with relationships, I am in the front of the line. But I mean, we've heard people talk about soulmates all the time. Everyone goes on about soulmates. What's a soulmate?
Now, that's quite a loaded question.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's someone that you connect with on a very, very deep level. It's someone that, say you've just met, and they actually, you finish each other's questions and answers. It's just incredible. And there's that mental, connectedness that you'll find you may phone each other at the same time. And it's such a powerful relationship that you cannot even put it in words. It's just, you know that you feel connected on a deep level.
I always thought that soulmates is something that's supposed to last forever. Is that the case? Because Jennifer Lopez once said she believes that you will have many soulmates across your lifespan. What's the situation? Is it a one soulmate for the rest of your life type of situation?
Well, Jennifer Lopez was really right. Look, there are many people that marry their soulmates and they can live so-called happily ever after. But however, there are different soulmates because, if I was 20, I would attract a different soulmate to the one I'm needing now. There's different needs in your life. So they come and go, and then there's different forms of soulmates. So you can have an intellectual one, you can have a physical one, chemistry. You can have one that you debate with. So there's different forms of soulmates. And then, as we were discussing earlier,
I mean, I said earlier that, sometimes your soulmate isn't that guy with a cropped haircut or like the longest hair. Sometimes it's your pet.
Yes, and I have to say it, for me it is. There's some people that don't have children, and there's some people, pets are, they are connected, and one is specifically more connected than the other. They just know you, you don't need words to communicate, they just get you.
Well, speaking of connectedness, what are some of those feelings that you feel that you absolutely know this person is your soulmate, and that you lose when this person goes away, when that relationship ends? What are some of those feelings and emotions?
Yes, those feelings are obviously the warm, fuzzy feeling, but the feeling that you can actually trust the person, that you can open up, and that you love each other's flaws. You actually grow, to understand that person so deeply. And then when you lose them, that is just, it's almost like a soulmate, you lose a part of yourself, a separation anxiety. So, and then you lose the what if, what could have been, the whole fantasy around building a whole future with that person.
Well, it's never easy, of course, to lose a soulmate. And of course, we want to know from you this morning, do you think it's possible to get over a soulmate? And if so, what is the healthiest way to do it? Our lines are open. You can give us a call, 021-430-9881 with your questions or comments for our celebrity psychologist, Charissa Bloomberg. And of course, we want to engage with you this morning.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Monday and you're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, the Expresso Show, and we're hanging out with a relationship expert and celebrity psychologist, Charissa Bloomberg, talking relationships this morning. Charissa's here to discuss with us what you need to do if you feel you've lost your chance with your soulmate. It's such a topic, hey? What a topic to get into a new week.
On a Monday, come on. So for anybody at home who started the process of uncoupling with their soulmate, whether it is, ending a relationship or maybe coming to that realization that you have missed the opportunity to be with this person that you believe your soulmate is, what do you think some of the mental kind of responses are, the mental and physical responses? Because it is a heartbreak. It is it's a difficult situation to be in.
Yes, it is a loss. And I think the first thing we need to know is not to be victim, that there's a certain mourning period, and we can take it and we can cry and we can feel sorry for ourselves. But until we learn to let go of that, we're not going to move forward, and we're not going to allow anyone else into our life. And then we've got to be aware of all those fantasy thoughts. You know, as I said earlier, what could have, and move away from that and move in, what did I learn from it?
Yeah.
And how can I move forward, and what do I want from my next relationship? And then there's the 5 stages of loss from Kubler-Ross. The denial, I can't believe it's happening. The anger, the bargaining. If I lose weight, especially women, if I do this, then I'll get him back. And if I can make him jealous, then there's depression, and then there's acceptance. So we've got to go through those stages when we've lost someone in order to move forward.
And those stages can take time. Sorry.
Exactly. We've actually got a call on the line.
Okay.
Marva from Cape Town. Good morning, Marva. What is your question or comment for Charissa this morning?
Yes, good morning, Leanne. I just wanted to say that I'm been married for 22 years, very happily, and we have 5 children. But he's a musician and I'm a dancer, so he's my kind of cultural soulmate. But I have an academic soulmate and I have a hiking soulmate, but we all tread the path nicely.
Wonderful. So you've got a few soulmates in your life.
Yes. And I mean, one of my soulmates passed away a year ago, but also had to deal with the loss in the morning. But knowing that, you know, we weren't going to be married. Because I saw it with my parents. They were married for 45 years. They were their soulmates in their own way, but they did different things at different times. But they always knew where home was and what they did for each other. You know what I mean? Supported each other in what they were good at or what they liked.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Marva, for that. You know, Charissa, it's possible to, in your life, not necessarily to have a romantic soulmate, because that's not all that it's about. You can have it in friendship. You can have it as part of your hiking group.
Yes, absolutely. And I've got one, it's an intellectual one. We go back and forth about intellect, and wonderful, but there's no chemistry. But we'll always be in each other's lives. So, yes, you can have quite a few soulmates.
But you know, the loss of a soulmate can be quite stressful, because you think, okay, so if I'm going through all these 5 stages of denial and acceptance and, how much time do you allow for all of that? How much time do you need to allow yourself in order to sort of mourn and get over the feelings of loss and get back into your zone?
You know what, there is no set time, and everyone and each individual is different, and depending, of course, on the breakup and how long you've known each other. However, there are some experts who say 6 weeks you'll start feeling better, 3 months, but you know, for some people it's a lifetime. So it depends on how much work you're prepared to put into it, and how much you're prepared to own it, learn from it, and learn to move on. There's honestly no set time. But you have to do the work. Nurture yourself, feed yourself, look after yourself.
Go through the emotions and allow yourself to be on that. Well, we're still hanging out with Charissa Bloomberg. If you've got any questions or comments about this, you can give us a call. Our lines will remain open throughout the break. It's 021 430 9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We've got our celebrity psychologist, Charissa Bloomberg, in studio. And it's Relationship Mondays. We're talking about what to do when you feel like you've lost a chance with a soulmate. 021 430 9881 is the number to dial. And it's been an interesting one. I don't necessarily feel like I've ever experienced it, but I don't know how I would deal with it if I had. Maybe a friendship soulmate, you know, losing that kind of person, but definitely not a relationship one.
And when you do lose that, for example, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one, what are the steps, the first steps that one needs to embark on in the journey to letting go of their soulmate?
To know, it's that old cliche, when one door closes, another
one opens.
But really get to grips with what you can learn from it, because every relationship brings you something and brings you a purpose. So what have you learned from it? And you have to do that work. I've learned I've been too needy, and maybe been too clingy. Learn from it. And then also learn to just nurture yourself. You've got to, after the mourning period, start getting up and nurture, exercise, sleep, look after yourself. And also know, this is a lovely saying from Nina Simone, you've got to learn to get up from the table when love is no longer being served.
Wow, that is profound.
It's profound, and learn it, move on.
You know, Charissa, one of the most difficult things, and I don't know if you've experienced this, Leanne, is when you lose someone, so whether this is a soulmate or not a soulmate, in this case a soulmate, how do you divorce the feelings and the emotion that is associated with loss and find those things that you've learned? Because it's difficult when you're in pain and you've just lost someone that you really care and love. care for and love, it's difficult to go, I've lost them, but at least I've learned this. How do you divorce the two?
Yes, that's brilliantly said, because then we're actually living in denial. Okay, I've learned my lessons, I can move on now, next one, and then that's you're going to bring all that baggage and projection and insecurities into the next one. We have to start learning about our self-confidence, boosting ourselves up, the self-esteem, and put those self-notes, I'm moving on, the time is now. You know, everything we need to do around that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But really start looking inside.
We've got a call. Mercy from Johannesburg. Mercy, good morning. What is your question or comment for Charissa this morning?
Hi, Ian, how are you?
Hey, very good, thank you. How are you, my darling?
Yes, I am doing fine. So with regards to the topic,
Yes.
I have been dating this guy throughout my college years, and now we've broken up. It's been like almost 5 years.
Okay.
And still today, I haven't got over him totally. It's a process, as you said, but then, you never get time to heal. I mean, it's a process. It's a healing process type.
Yeah.
You know?
That's powerful.
So, and I'm saying, I mean, the funny thing is, I try to date, but then I'm like, it will be waste of time if I date other people while I still have feelings for another guy.
Yeah, that's powerful. Thank you so much for that, Mercy. Thank you. And you said it is a process. It's definitely a journey, and time, and one with taking the time to go through. You know.
Yeah.
Yes. You know this song by Adele that says hello. There's this part where she says like, we say I'm supposed to hear it, but you know.
Mercy, thank you so much. Thank you for your call. You've been so wonderful today. It is a process, hey, Charissa. It definitely is one.
Yes, difficult line for me. I didn't hear all of that.
Yeah.
But it is a process. But as long as we're going to stay stuck in the victim mode, and it's easy to do that, then we're not going to move on. So we have to build ourselves day by day.
100. It's about finding the value in yourself once again, because sometimes we get so caught up in a relationship and we put all the value in that person. You have to find it within yourself. Our lines will remain open. We've got one more little segment, so if you haven't yet gotten your call in, 021-430-9881 is the number to call. Celebrity psychologist Charissa Bloomberg is in the house.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, we're still having those deep, meaningful conversations with Charissa in the studio this morning, discussing soulmates. Is it possible to get over a soulmate? What do you do? How do you get over a soulmate? And our lines have remained open. So if you've got a question or comment, 021-430-9881. Give us a call. We want to hear from you.
Exactly. And of course, the last question that I have for you, in case there's another call on the line, should one hold out for that soulmate? Should you hold on in the hope that they will return to your life, that things will fix itself, or should you just let go and let God?
Yeah.
I love that. Well said. I do think that.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're going to wait, we are not going to see that Mr. or Mrs. Perfect is right in front of our face because we're holding out and we're waiting. And yes, there's a chance they'll come back. And that lovely saying, if it's meant to be, it will be. But if we're going to sit and say no to every single thing because we wait out in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, maybe he'll come back. And I've been in that situation. We're waiting. We're putting our life on hold. So let's rather have other relationships in the meantime and learn from them.
And it's interesting you say that, because my question to you was, should we give up on the idea that you may find another soulmate? So if you lose someone that is a soulmate, you may find another soulmate during your lifetime. In other words, engage in another relationship that may replace or replicate the same feelings and the same fulfillment you got from the one you lost.
Yes, exactly. And that could just maybe be a companionship and not a soulmate. But there's lessons to learn, as we've said earlier, in every single relationship. So, but we have to put ourselves out there, and we have to be vulnerable, and we have to be open for it, and we have to know that we're going to be strong enough if something happens to be able to move on.
Yeah.
And not be a victim.
Yeah.
Sure.
The one thing I've picked up from all of this is lessons. Is that every
100%,
person or every soulmate that comes into your life really does come in, they leave a lesson. And so when you do get out of it, it's very important to remember what those lessons are that you can take from it, and really, really be excited about those feelings. Let us know on social media what your thoughts are. #Expresso Show.
Yeah, Rihanna's actually got a tattoo that says, never a mistake, always a lesson.
Whoa! Well, so many lessons in the songs and artists.